Hello again. So, 20th March 2022. My time hits. Here comes the multiverse champion. RDO comes to the ring and grabs the mic. Some boos from the crowd. RDO said, "My performance last week showed that I am a fighting champion. I won a triple threat match. I did it all in the company. I won a battle royal. I main evented Winter is Coming and Golden Thunder. I won a triple threat match. Tell me, who did this all here in RWI?" Boo from the crowd. And RDO said, "Nobody, absolutely nobody." "Hey, hey," someone yells. It's tOIGO. tOIGO says, "Roberto, I was going to win the triple threat match, and your cousin pulled VHM to avoid my win. You didn't have a clean win, so I want a rematch for the MULTIVERSE Championship. Just you and me." And RDO says, "Indeed, you want a rematch? I won when I pinned VHM. I didn't pin you. That's true. But in this kind of matches, some things happened. And I will defend it next month." tOIGO says, "Against me." RDO says, "You lost your chance." tOIGO says, "I was robbed. Everyone saw what happened." RDO says, "My answer is no." Whatever it takes hits. Here comes Sky. Sky says, just a minute. Just a minute. Before the two matches scheduled, I must say something about this." RDO says, "Sky?" Sky says, "Roberto, well, the footage is clear. Villena pulled VHM to stop the cover of tOIGO. He could have won the match if it wasn't for Villena's interference. So, next week, we will have a multiverse championship match. RDO versus tOIGO." RDO says, "What?" tOIGO says, "I like the idea, Sky. It's good to see that despite Villena is your husband, you can separate that from business." Well, and in the two pro wrestling matches, I can tell you that the Brotherhood defeated Morocco team by pinfall, and Mora defeated Heady Kick by pinfall too. Well, and I'm going to say what happened in the last show of March. So it was the 27th March. Two pro wrestling matches. Gilles from Belgium defeated Jost from Germany by pinfall, and then we had the multiverse championship match, RDO versus tOIGO. So tOIGO is from Brazil. RDO defeated tOIGO by pinfall to retain. tOIGO had the rear naked choke locked in. RDO fell on the mat of the ring on his back. tOIGO was on his back too, and the referee counted 1, 2, 3, and then RDO taps out after that. So, the winner of this match, and still the multiverse champion, Roberto Dore. And of course, my time hits. Well, tOIGO can't believe that he lost the same way that he lost to the Phantom in 2020, and the referee said, tOIGO, your two shoulders were on the mat. I just made the 3 counts. That's the rules. RDO didn't tap out. And tOIGO says, he tapped out. I felt it. The referee said, the 3 count was over. tOIGO is possessed. He starts to punch RDO that was lifting the title. Here comes Vilhena to the rescue. tOIGO turns and super kick. tOIGO is knocked down and is unconscious. Vilhena helps RDO to get up. He lifts his cousin's hand. So this was the last show of March, and then I'm going to talk about the first show of April. So Vilhena comes to the ring. He grabs VHM. Sorry. So it was the 4th April 2022. VHM from Brazil, Vitor Hugo Meireles, comes to the ring and he grabs the mic. VHM says, "Look, I saw what happened last week. tOIGO made RDO tap out and he didn't win because the referee made a 3 count. Boos from the crowd. But the truth is, tOIGO had his chance again and he lost. So I want that chance he had. 1-on-1 match. Wherever it takes hits, here comes Sky. Sky says, I appreciate your will, VHM, but you were pinned by RDO, so you won't get what you want. Some news today. We will have an event called King of the Spring. King of the Spring is a 8-man #1 contender tournament. The winner will face RDO for the MULTIVERSE Championship. VHM asked, and I mean it? Sky says, yes, you are with 7 more wrestlers. And well, there was a match, so in the first show of April, so #1 contender match for the R Tag Team Championships, and Triple M and Sofian, so this is a tag team from Morocco. Triple M and Sofian, they defeated the Brotherhood from Peru by submission. And then tOIGO appears in the ring. He looks at Sofian and Triple M and he grabs the mic. Okay, VHM, you run your mouth. I made RDO tap out. Nobody here did this. I don't care if my shoulders were on the mat and the referee made the 3 counts. In my mind, I won and I am the true MULTIVERSE champion. And tonight, I want you. VHM appears and he says, no way, I will prepare myself to the tournament that really matters and become King of the Spring. And tOIGO says, you are just a coward, but I know that you are afraid of me. I will make you tap out at King of the Spring. Whatever it takes hits, here comes Vilhena. Vilhena says, hey, tOIGO, you won't be at the tournament. 2 losses in a row, it's too much. tOIGO says, what? Vilhena says, you heard it. I won't be here because, well, I won't be there because, well, I'm a tag team champion now and I compete in the tag team division, just in the tag team division. And tOIGO says, who's going to be in that tournament? Sky comes. Sky says, darling, that's my job. tOIGO, I will give you a qualifying match for the King of the Spring tournament. You and VHM will fight tonight. So this was a surprise, but well, it was tOIGO's desire, tOIGO's desire to face VHM. Well, there wasn't so a qualifying match for the King of the Spring tournament. Well, what happened? VHM defeated tOIGO, well, by pinfall after Vilhena's interference. There was a super kick. The referee saw nothing, super kick, and well, VHM took the opportunity to make the cover and win by pinfall. VHM celebrates with Vilhena, and the crowd cannot believe what happened. tOIGO was robbed for the 3rd time in a month. BP high hits. Here comes BP. BP says, this is crap, and because of this, I know that someone must be out of these tournaments, and I mean really you. Suddenly, Triple M and Sofian they attacked Vilhena from behind and start to stomp him. VHM tries to punch back, but BP hits a powerful clothesline and knock down the Brazilian. Well, this was very interesting, you know, because well, we have some match for the tag team championship, so number one contender match with Triple M and Sofian, a new tag team. They are now the challengers for the titles, tag team titles. And then we had a qualifying match for the new tournament. The new tournament, it's King of the Spring. That's going to happen. 8-man tournament, and tOIGO, well, he was challenging VHM, and well, Sky gave him what he wanted, but there was some beef here, with Vilhena. Vilhena interfered. Vilhena helped VHM to win the match. This is the 4th loss in a row for tOIGO. Honestly, I don't understand this, because tOIGO is a very good wrestler, you know, and he didn't deserve to lose three times in a row. He lost 2 title shots, then a qualifying match for King of the Spring. Well, I think this was not fair, because in the first match, well, Vilhena pulled VHM, well, because he was going to make the cover tOIGO and win the match and the title. And then, of course, the RDO recovered, and well, he knockout punch on tOIGO, and then he made the cover on VHM. And then the second match was very weird, because well, tOIGO had the neck of RDO. Rear neck choke was locked in. He was going to tap out, but his shoulders were on the mat, and of course he was on his back, applying, of course, the submission hold. But well, the referee counted 1, 2, 3, and that's the rules, man. That's the rules, because if your two shoulders they are on the mat, the referee, his job is to make 1, 2, 3. That's his job, you know. And then after that, the RDO tapped out, you know, and well, we saw the tap, and this was a very weird match, but well, RDO won by pinfall. And then this match, this third match, the qualifying match for the King of the Spring, well, a super kick when the referee wasn't looking at the match. Well, 3 times in a row, and the way he lost, you know, because sometimes you can lose a match, and of course you lose a match because well you weren't enough. You simply wasn't enough to win, you know. But in this case, always some or interference or some bad luck, you know. Like we can tell bad luck in the second one. So bad luck and interference from outside. Well, but it was what it was, and RDO is still the champion. And well, tOIGO is out. tOIGO is out of the tournament, so the most important tournament of the spring, King of the Spring. So 8-man tournament, quarterfinals, semifinals, and final. Well, and we are going to see what's going to happen.